Yep. How's it going, everybody? Well, finally was able to get it. Finally was able to save up and put my money up and get my quick performance rear end. Ford 9-inch quick performance. You can see I got the back brace on mine to fill with the jack and the drain. This was narrowed 2.5 inches total. That way everything should fit inside. These tires, these are 295 55 15s, with a 10-inch rim. I don't remember what the backspace is on them. So yeah, finally I was able to afford, save up my money and everything to get it. Like I said in one of the videos, trans is doing perfectly fine. I was really concerned about the rear end that was in there because it didn't even have C-clip eliminators in it. So I was a little worried about it. I mean, with street tires, you're fine. I mean, probably would have been okay. Not that I really beating the hell out of it, red light to red light or anything, but, you know, you get in it and you kind of want, worry a little. And then with these tires here, it's going to be a little better traction. So, okay, yeah, Ford 9-inch, like I said, back brace. I got it set right, here we go. And then I got to build it, strange 1350 slip yoke. These are for the coilovers. You just go like this on the front side for my coilovers to go in. These are your T-bolts. And guys, they package this stuff really good, really nice. I mean, they pack this whole thing in there nice and tight. And, I don't know if they do the same when they are not powder coated, but for when they powder coat them, for sure I could speak, they do a really nice job packaging it and making sure it's not going to get scratched up, or the best they can. I mean, they do, but they did really good. Like I said, I got the fill on mine. I got the fill, the drain with the thingy for the jack. I don't know if they always do, but I had them put the studs in. I asked them to put the studs in for me. And another thing I'm going to have to do, you can see over there, you can see the brake line hanging there. I put all new brake lines in the car. The only bad thing is I have to see where I'm going to place it. I have to grind a little bit this down and put a bolt facing upward. I got to find the right bolt. I gotta find the right bolt. Just something simple, really, to be honest with you. Something really simple here to get this working right. Just a bolt. I have to have it welded on there, or I'll just weld it on there like so I can put the T-line in there. Because the only reason why I didn't do that is I don't want to have to put the T over here and then have a short line and then a long one going. I'd rather try to even them out a little, as best I can. I may have to be a little bit left or a little bit right. And then here's the unit, the center section. Upgraded, I forgot what they call it, front here. The billet, you can see it's got the billet 1350 yoke in it. It's a 350 gear. Yeah, I lowered my gear ratio to a 350 from the 373. I just wanted to give it a little bit more legs. So kind of when I would, it's kind of was feeling like I was just running right through the gears really a little fast. So normal driving it was okay, but when you're in it, it just seemed like run through them real fast. So figured I'd give it a little bit more legs, and I can compensate any difference with the what was that? Quick 4 trans controller. If I need to compensate any, I can do that. So I started taking some of this stuff out of here. I was just trying to get some of that out of there to repaint it. And my rear end should fit. After I measured and everything, I should be fine. But I did make marks just in case I needed to do something, which I don't want to have to do, is to cut this and thin it out more than they already are. There is one spot right here, this little bump from when I had the tires in there before. You can see it rubbed there, and it rubbed right there. But now that the rear end's been shortened 2.5 inches total, I should be okay. I should clear that, but if I don't, I would have to make a little cut going down this, maybe V that, get that straight, get it flat, and then tack weld it back together. I hope I don't have to do that. The exhaust, I know I'm gonna have to probably play with because my tire's gonna be in more. I'll have to be able to play with that, which is okay. This will turn. I could turn this a lot more inward, and then turn this where I need it, or turn this way so that kicks in. I got room to work with that. And then took the motor out. Yeah, I just progressed. Took the motor out. I wanted to clean everything, repaint. So started repainting everything. Redid all the firewall and all that. Because the firewall used to be the color of the car, and it was looking a little dingy and everything. And I cleaned up as best I could. And then, like I said, I put out new brake lines. You got the new brake lines running. I ran them. I can show you guys a trick. This stuff here too, this copper nickel lines, guys. These awesome, great to work with for bending and stuff. They've been so easy and smooth. With a good tube, decent tube bender and all that. And I used a set of, I don't know what I did with them. It's like a pair of, they're like pliers. They're made for bending tube. They're like a pair of pliers. I got it from Eastwood. Trying to look as I talk here, but I don't see them. Like I said, really good to bend. And then how I made these bends, the coils, is I used a socket. I just took a socket and just rolled it around the socket. Just kind of like pulling on it as I'm rolling it around the socket. Just, trying to keep a steady pace. And the pulling on it part, it's not like I'm going to really stretch it or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, maybe it just made me feel more comfortable doing it that way. And kind of rolling it. And then that was it. And I took, obviously, a big socket for the big line. I took a smaller socket for the smaller lines. And here's my heater. That's all right though. These here, they're made by Eastwood. At least that's where I got from. Yeah, they're made by Eastwood. They worked really good for making the tight bends. And then I got a flaring tool, hydraulic one. I got one of those kits. But yeah, so I did, redid all, you know, started painting all this, and I still got to take the sway bar off, redo that, clean it up, paint it, you know, steering mechanisms and all that. Gearbox, I kind of cleaned it up a little bit, but I want to clean it better, and then probably paint it, the cast look or whatever it is, and everything, paint all that up. And then here's the master cylinder. There's the booster. Oh, just started. That's my intake. And then, guys, I got this. I bought this tool for the master cylinder, and works great and everything. You know, everything seems good with it. So that's where I'm at so far on this. That's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be doing all, you know, getting all this, like I said, the lines and all that. I still got to get the back rubber brake line. So I got to get that, and I'm ordering it all for the cutlass. Instead of like for some you know, for whatever. And that's it. I mean, I get that in. Oh, as you've seen, the transmission was out. I might as well took it out because I got to do the stall converter. I got to get the converter for it. Like I said, I'm probably going to do about a 2800 stall. I think they're like 28 to 32 or something like that. So maybe a 3000 they call it. So yeah, so like I said, a lot of this, well, a lot of that was already out there. You know, this, it took me a while to save up for it and everything. It was more, like I said it before, it was kind of important to me because I was just worried about the C-clips, or the axles with no C-clip eliminators. But like I said, it takes me a while to save up for things. You know, I got my regular 9 to 5. And that, you know, that's it. I don't have sponsors. I don't have merchandise. I don't have any of that. This is all on me. It comes out of my pocket, and I have to save to be able to do some of the stuff. I will say I called another company that's out here in Illinois. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about them. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they got great product and everything. I just felt it was a little strange that I got more for my money with Quick Performance and still being shipped. I still saved money, and look for all the same options and everything. You know, talked with them first, and then I called Quick Performance, which was in my mind in the first place, and went over everything with the one guy there. I don't remember his name. Sorry, I don't remember your name, buddy, but thank you. And like I said, I got more for my money plus the shipping. So, but again, I'm not saying nothing bad about the company that's out here in Illinois. I'm sure they have great product, but I have to look at the dollar for me. So anyways, this is going to end the video. I just wanted to let you guys all know this is where I'm at this winter. Be doing all this and whatever else I decide I'm going to do over the winter. I mean, there shouldn't be much more. Oh, the reason why I guess I should tell you this too. The reason why the motor is out and apart, as you can see, you know, this got to be all cleaned up again. There's the crank. I mean, everything's fine. Everything's fine with the motor. The motor's okay. It's not hurt or nothing like that. But I was noticing some blow by, and so I decided, let's take that motor out and see what's going on. Of course, I checked a few things beforehand, and I scoped the block, put the scope in the cylinders and everything. I really couldn't see nothing. My scope is not the best one. There's better ones out there. But so like I said, I took it apart, and I after getting it apart, I noticed some of the rings didn't look so good. Didn't hurt the cylinders. Nothing. Like I said, nothing's hurt. So I'm going to get new rings for it. Get some new rings and whatnot. Get it back together. And probably, do I got the motor getting cleaned and cleaned up and everything to make sure don't go back together dirty or anything like that. So that's the reason why the motor is out and apart. I thought I had probably got them. I'm sure I got them boxed up somewhere because everything's, you see everything in bags are all boxed up. I do it right away. As soon as I get it, I'll take the stuff, I'll put oil on everything, and oil everything up with assembly oil, because it's a lot more stickier and it doesn't run off. I wrap everything up in plastic and put it in boxes, put it all away. So anyways, that's why the motor's out. That's the main reason why the motor's out. And plus, like I said, I wanted to do the firewall and whatnot. So I figured I might as well get to it all. I'll be able to do a little more over the winter when I feel like being out in the garage. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll try to check in periodically, I guess, on the progress of it. And that's it. I mean, I'm gonna get the car painted. Well, I should say the car. The bumper fillers, front and back bumper fillers, I want painted. I'm gonna get my hood painted and my front nose piece. I found another one that had more mounting points that were good. Mine had like 2 that were broke or rigged up. I found one that had all the good mounting points, so I'm gonna put that one on, and then I'm gonna have all that stuff paint matched or whatever you call it. So that's the reason why the back bumper's off and stuff too. So other than that, guys, that's it. That should be everything that I could think of right now that I'm in the process of doing. Oh no, it's not. My cross member is another thing. Right here is my cross member. See, that's my original one, and you can see I already gutted it and took everything that was off of it. There's my cross member right there. It was a homemade jobber. I didn't make it. It was in the car when I first got it, but it works great. Works perfectly fine. But I want to try to get my exhaust up a little bit higher. So you can see I got these marked where I'd have to put a C-notch in there so I can have more clearance and everything. And be able to raise the exhaust up a little bit more. So that's another thing that's in part of the project. So yeah, so that's it, everybody. Again, sorry about all that. Like I said, I'll try to post videos as I can or whatever, if I get a chance or whatever, and try to keep you guys updated. All right, thanks everybody for watching, viewing, and subscribes. All you guys that subscribe, all you people that subscribe, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys all have a good one and take care.